We all can use a mental reset during our day, and students are no different. Brain breaks, when used intentionally, can help our students refocus and get them back on task with renewed vigor. Today, we are going to demonstrate 3 easy brain breaks that require 0 materials.
Number 1, visualizing the goal. Start by having students stand up from their chairs. Then, they need to space themselves out around the classroom, a little more than an arm's length away from each other. Tell them to take their index finger and point it directly at the front of the classroom. Next, they will slowly twist their torso, keeping their arms straight, and point as far as they can to the back of the classroom. After this is completed, have them face you with arms relaxed at their sides. Tell them to close their eyes, take a couple of breaths, and relax. Encourage the students to mentally visualize themselves doing the activity again, this time reaching even further than they did the first time. Give them several seconds to do this. It's a good idea to speak softly and continue to encourage them in a positive tone. Now, have them open their eyes, point their finger forward, and twist again toward the back of the classroom. Guess what? Most, if not all of your students will have succeeded in making it even further the second time. This is an excellent brain break to use if you're about to start a difficult activity because you've just demonstrated the power of positive thinking and visualizing a goal.
Number 2, mental adventure. Have students clear off all materials from their desktops, as this brain break will require concentration. Then tell your class that you are all going to go on a mental adventure. Begin telling them a story. You can get creative here. The more immersive and related to their interests, the better. Then detail out each step of the story, giving them time to visualize each element. Try to keep your own descriptions of story elements to a minimum so that your students can use their own imagination. Here's a short example. So you're in a magical land and you can see a castle in the distance. You begin riding toward it on your horse. As you approach the castle, you realize that it's on top of a hill. In the sky above, you see a dragon and a storm in the distance. After your story is complete, have the students open their eyes and describe to you what they saw. What did the castle look like? Was it big or small? Was it made of wood or stone? What color was your horse? Did the dragon appear friendly? Was it breathing out fire? How far away was the storm? This brain break helps your students to take a trip away from the classroom while allowing them to flex their creative muscles. You can use this to help prepare your students for any activity where they'll need to be creative or descriptive, such as fiction writing.
Number 3, arm swings. For this brain break, once again, you'll need your students to get out of their chairs and separate themselves by more than an arm's length. It's probably a good idea to remind students about your rules pertaining to not touching each other before you begin. Have them stand with their feet about shoulder length apart, then put their arms out at an angle to their sides, a little distance away from their hips. When they twist to the right, their left arm should move across the front of their stomach as their right arm will move behind their back. The arm movement should be done completely through the momentum of the twist with no added force. Try to keep the students on the same pace at the first of this break by either demonstrating the speed at the front of the room or telling the group to slow down or speed up. Once they get into a good steady rhythm, let them continue doing the activity 20 to 30 seconds. Then tell students they can swing their arms at their own pace for 20 to 30 more seconds. This is a good brain break for energetic and fidgety students. Younger kids seem to really enjoy this one too.
Brain breaks are proven to be highly effective when they are both directed and intentional. Remember to keep your brain breaks mixed up to avoid overuse. Try one of the 3 that we've discussed today to help your students reset and to focus on your curriculum.